Okay, so this is basically to be a first video, test video. Just gonna kind of set my feelers out, get some bearings. Don't quite know how well this will turn out, but we're gonna give it a try. So basically my hopes for this channel and overall is to be games that I've never played before. I guess I'm making a couple of exceptions. The first one will be my first playthrough, which is Life is Strange, which is a game that I've played a couple of times actually. I know I love it, and it's a great game. But other than that, I'm hoping to play games that I've never played, but I've always wanted to, etc. I don't know how entertaining I'll be. See, like I said, I've got a game here on episode 5, so I haven't quite finished that one. But we're gonna start a new one here on File 2. So, new game. So this is one of those pick your own story kind of books. Specifically.
Where am I? What's happening? I'm trapped in a storm? How did I get here? And where is here? Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there. I hope. Please let me make it there. Holy shit. Whoa. That was so surreal.
Famously called film Little Pieces of Time. But he could be talking about photography, as he likely was.
Okay, I'm in class. Everything's cool. I am okay.
From light to shadow. From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in black and
I didn't
white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
Weird.
Diane Arbus.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Because of her images of hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mother...
Cut her off right as she said mother.
and children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right? And frankly, it's bullshit. Shh, shh, shh.
Let's see. I'm just gonna kind of tone things down a little bit, I think. See if I can just get it running a little bit more smoothly. It ran great on those settings before, but not while I was recording. So, like I said, that's part of the goal of this video.
Keep that to yourself.
Kinda
Seriously, though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner
smooth.
and capture you in a moment of desperation. And any one of you could do that to me. Isn't that too easy? Too obvious? What if our...
Yeah, so let's come back in here real quick. Sorry, I know this is probably not why you're watching the video. Just kind of bump that up a little bit more. Keep that up low and see if that.
Purpose chose to capture people at the height of their beauty or innocence. She had a brilliant eye, so she could have taken another approach.
I have to admit, I'm not a big
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson? I can hear the class laughing at me now.
Enter a very simple portrait. That is kind of pivotal to the plot.
fan of her work. I prefer Robert Frank.
Me too, Victoria. He captured the essence of post-war beat America.
I can't believe I still have this
Honesty of
pencil
the economic
case.
conditions
I
of
should
the era.
upgrade to the 21st
But if you
century.
didn't struggle,
But I like
you
it
don't
old
have
school.
beauty without a beat. Which explains why Frank was Kerouac's photographic muse, and both were the great chroniclers of the 1950s. Well, we've all seen that iconic shot of Kerouac on the balcony. And if you haven't, shame, shame. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift. Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
And here we have the basis of the game mechanics. Choices
You're
that basically
asking
give
me?
us the same dialogue options.
Let me think.
You either know this or not, Max. Is there anybody here who knows their stuff?
Louis Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria. The Daguerrean process
Disclaimer,
brought out fine
I
detail in people's
actually took a
faces,
college
making them
photography
extremely
class
popular
and
from the
discussed
1800s onward. The first American
basically
daguerreotype
everything that we're
self-portrait
talking
was done by
about,
Robert Cornelius.
It's a pseudo class right
You can
now.
find out all about him in your textbook,
I'll
or
get to that
even
class.
online. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Okay, now I will.
Victoria doesn't waste a second kissing ass.
Let's see. let's try. Excuse me.
Submitting your photo for the competition. Everybody in class is turning in a photo.
Okay, so
I know, Mr. Jefferson. I just worked so hard on the shot, and I'm sure you know what it's like to be consumed by your work. I just really think Everyday Heroes is an important cultural event, and I want to represent Rockwell Academy.
You have just by participating, by putting yourself out there in the world. Now,
as
no
a
matter who
general
wins,
rule,
this is just a
I
bump on a
probably
bigger
won't be
road.
much of a collector in these playthroughs, but in this particular case, where I kind of know where all of these photos are, I'm going to be trying to hit them. The main reason is on episode 5, I don't have all of the Steam achievements yet, but I have all of the Steam achievements for the other episodes. So, in no means is this channel going to be a completionist channel. It's going to be a first impression sort of channel. Again, this is going to be an exception.
I don't want anybody to feel
Sorry, this is
excluded from this
probably not
process, but
terribly entertaining.
I also want everybody to know that this photographic world is not for everybody. I had my moment in the camera eye, and everybody... I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry. I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
Do I have to? I just don't think it's that big a deal.
Max, you're a better photographer than a liar. Now, I know it's a drag to hear some old dude lecture you, but life won't wait for you to play catch up. You're young, the world is yours, blah, 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 right? But you do have a gift. You have the fever to take images, to frame the world only the way you envision it. Now, all you need is the courage to share your gift with others. And that's what separates the artist from the amateur.
You didn't tell me how cute I looked yet.
I was about to.
They're just getting
You
you
always
Welcome to the real world.
just cute.
hot.
Then I might send you a special picture, Jen.
I'm not paying $150
Because
for
Max wants everybody to see how
So
hip she is.
that,
He plays it so sharp.
I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total loser.
I hate that class. It's so fucking boring.
you have to figure out how.
She's so fucking shy.
So I'm gonna go see if I can't figure out how to sign a petition. By the way, let's take a moment to acknowledge how wonderful this soundtrack is.
To all of you American girls, it's sad to imagine a world without you. American girls, I'd like to be part of the world around you.
Miss Grant is a great science
Driving a
teacher.
car by the seaside, watching the world from the bright side.
Yes, this is where.
To all of you American girls in the movies, no one can tell where your heart
Empty.
is.
Good. Nobody can see my meltdown. Except for me. I'm good to flow. Thanks.
Sorry. Okay. Just like that joke.
Just relax. Stop torturing yourself. You have a gift. Fuck it.
Bum bum bum. Exit plot development.
When a door closes, a window opens. Or something like that. Okay, girl, you don't get a photo op like this every day.
I still can't figure out the settings.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I hope you checked the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
That's my family, not me.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor little rich kid. I know you've been pumping drugs and shit to kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this bitch!
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me!
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
No!
Whoa. What the fuck? How can that be? I was in the bathroom. He shot that poor girl. I held up my hand. And then I was back here.
As he likely was. These pieces of time can frame us in
I
our
already
world.
heard this lecture.
From light to shadow. From color.
Now Kate is being hassled again. And if Victoria's phone rings, this is real.
Now,
Shit!
can you give me an example of a
Man, I
photographer
cannot
who
believe
perfectly
this.
captured the human condition in black and white?
I have time.
Okay, if I'm crazy, I might as well go all the way.
Bueller?
Diane.
Can I actually reverse time?
Go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Because of her images of hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by.
Raising your hand when she has a question.
I did it.
Can you give
I
me an
actually
example
did
of a
it.
photographer who perfectly captured the human
human
condition
time
in black
machine.
and white? Anybody? Bueller?
Max, don't
Diane
freak out.
Arbus.
Not yet.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Because of her images of hopeless faces.
When I took my
you feel like totally
selfie,
haunted
Jefferson
by
asked me a
those sad
question.
mothers and children.
If he does again,
I
I'll
believe
know
this
this is for
what
real.
you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift.
I know I'm not
Of
dreaming
course,
this.
as you all know, the
It's
photo
real.
portrait has been popular
I can
since
tell.
the early 1800s. Your generation
So I
was
can
the
go
first
back
to
in
use
time.
images for selfie expression.
What if that girl isn't dead yet?
Teacher humor.
The point
Can I
remains
save
that
her?
the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for
I
as
need to go to the bathroom
long as it's
quickly
been
and check it out.
Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
I'm sorry, but I really have to use the bathroom.
Nice try, Max. But you're not going to get away that easy. We can talk more after class. Is there anybody
Oh,
here
shit.
who knows their stuff?
Jefferson wants to keep me
Louis
after
Daguerre
class.
was a French painter
And
who
I need time to
created
save that girl.
daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria.
What if I rewind
Daguerrean
again
process
and give him the right
brought out
answer?
fine detail in people's faces, making them
This game is really trying to get rid of this. Rewind.
Well, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation,
We'll skip things you've already heard.
The Daguerrean process, invented by a French painter named Louis Daguerre around 1830.
somebody has been reading as well as posing. Nice work, Max. The Daguerrean process made portraiture hugely popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear, defined features. You can learn more when you actually finish reading the assigned chapters. Max is so far way ahead of everyone. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Max, you are not crazy. You are not dreaming.
You know,
It's
I
time to
just,
be an everyday
I just
hero.
noticed that that is a all-female class. There's not a single male in that entire class. And a male teacher
I know, Mr. Jefferson.
as a reward
I just worked so hard in the shot, and I'm sure you know what
for
it's like to
winning
be
a
consumed
photo
by your work.
contest that he is the
Why is
sole
this
judge for.
happening?
Think Everyday
And to
Heroes is
me.
an important
He's
cultural
taking them
event, and I want to
on a-
represent Blackwell
on a
Academy.
private
You have
trip
just by participating. by putting
California.
yourself out there in the world. Now, no matter. I see you, Max
Oh,
Caulfield.
yes.
Don't even
That's just
think about
creepy.
leaving here until we talk about your entry. I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have one.
Given your selfie output, I'm sure you must have about 1,000 pics by now.
It'll take a long time to find a good one.
Max, don't wait too long. John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. Go on now. Don't let me stop you. There in the world. Now, no matter who wins, this is just a bump on a bigger road. I don't want anybody to feel excluded from this process. I see you, Max Caulfield. Don't eat
I love this
photography's
thing.
future.
I'm on top of it. I think John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans.
Max, you're on fire today. All the right answers. Good. Make sure you finish working on it by today. I have faith in you.
I hope I have enough time to get to the bathroom. Please, please. I can't tell anybody. They'll think I'm crazy.
You know I don't tease.
I hate that science class with those nerds. I know you didn't forget you always
Miss Grant can't help me now.
for making sure nobody kissed your ass.
I'm not saying the petition now either.
Okay, Max, retrace every step. I washed my face. I shredded my photo. Then the butterfly flew in. And I took a photo.
Leave them out of this, bitch!
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing?
Don't
Come on, put that thing
ever
down!
Tell me what to do.
Wowzer, it's happening again.
People trying to control me.
I need a hammer to break it
More
open.
trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
Oh,
Holy shit, I can't let this happen. If I can reverse time again, I can help her. Max, rewind now.
what would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
Oh,
I need a hammer to break it open.
no. No.
I need a hammer to break it open.
I have the hammer. Freaking use the
I better
hammer.
rewind right now.
Don't ever
Now
tell me
give
what to
me
do. I'm so sick of people trying. No way.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
I don't know why she didn't know
Another
that
shitty day.
That did not happen. This cannot be real. I just saw a girl get shot and then saved her. What the fuck is going on? Do not freak out.
Hey, do you hear that fire alarm? That means you should be outside.
I had to use the bathroom.
Girls always use that excuse.
Excuse for what?
For whatever you're up to, your face is covered in guilt.
The alarm tripped me out.
Then trip on out of here, Missy. Or are you hiding something? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Madsen. The situation is under control. There's no emergency here. Leave Miss Caulfield alone, and please turn off that alarm since that's your job. Hold on, Max. Come back here. You look a little stressed out. Are you okay?
I'm just a little worried about my future.
You're sweating pinballs. Is that all you're thinking about? You can always be upfront with me, Max. Or have you done something wrong? Is that it? Well, Max, talk to me.
I always like this one more, but I'll show you both.
I just saw Nathan Prescott waving a gun around in the girls' room.
Nathan Prescott. You sure?
Yes, he was in the bathroom talking to himself with a gun. I saw everything. He was babbling like crazy.
Okay, slow down. Slow down. So now you saw this without him seeing you.
I was hiding behind a stall. I have the right to be there. It's the girls' room.
I know. I just want to be completely clear what happened. Mr. Prescott happens to be from the town's most distinguished family, and one of Blackwell's most honored students. So it's hard for me to see him brandishing a weapon in the girls' bathroom. So what happened next?
Then he left. I ran out here wondering what to do. Are you gonna bust him?
This is a serious charge. I'll look into the matter personally. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
That's it? After what I told you?
We'll continue this discussion later in my office. Please go outside with the rest of your class now, Miss Caulfield.
Of course this academic drone won't do anything since the Prescott family owns Blackwell now. Should I rewind and change my story?
For the sake of humor and doing
You look a little stressed out.
and hide the truth. What happened? What?
Principal Wells always looks so distracted. I can never figure out what he's thinking.
What is going
Does
on?
he hate me?
Hold on, Max. Come back here.
What just happened?
You look a little stressed out. Are you okay?
I'm just a little worried about my future.
You're sweating pinballs. Is that all you're thinking about? You can always be upfront with me, Max. Or have you done something wrong? Is that it? Well, Max, talk to me.
Alright, hide the truth.
I just got sick in class. Female trouble.
Except you're wandering around like a zombie. And do you think that's the first time a student has used that line on me?
It's the truth. I felt dizzy in Mr. Jefferson's
Just
class.
tell me what you're hiding. You can trust me.
There's nothing to hide. I got sick. It happens, you know.
There's that Team Toot again. You know, I've heard enough. Don't think I don't know what goes on around here. You've only been here for 3 weeks, and you're already causing conflict. I don't think your parents will approve when they find out. Now get outside with class. Please.
No, he does not buy that at all. I may have just flushed my scholarship down the toilet. Yes, I could rewind and actually tell him the truth.
See, so there's our major kind of mechanic in this game. You're screwed either way.
Don't wander around here. Get on outside.
Alright, I need to rewind first. Oh. It's not letting me rewind. I want to take that back.
Don't wander around here. Get on outside.
I want to undo that.
Principal Wells always looks so distracted. I can never figure out what he's thinking. Does he hate me?
Oh. Well, I guess I'm stuck with that one. Man, why is this game glitching like that? Also, let's take a moment to acknowledge how, like, beautiful the game is. Like, it's definitely not like one of those photorealistic games that are all the rage. Oh, there's Miss Grant.
Rachel Amber. She looks so hopeful and pretty. I wonder what happened to her.
Well, I'm sure that in the 5 episodes of this game we'll find out. Subtle foreshadowing.
Hi, Miss Grant.
Excuse me, Max. I know everybody loves being asked to sign a petition, but would you do Miss Grant a favor and hear me out?
Sure, I always have time for you. What's the petition?
David Madsen, our chief of security, wants to put surveillance cameras all around the campus. Halls, classrooms, gym, dorm rooms, etc. Blackwell Academy should be a high school, not a high-security penitentiary.
I guess cameras could have helped Rachel. I can see both sides.
You're fair-minded, Max. And we all pray Rachel is found safe and sound, bless her soul. But this petition isn't about her. Blackwell Academy has a noble heritage, from the Native Americans who founded this land to the pioneers who shared it in peace, not fear and violence.
Blackwell is that old? That's incredible.
You should learn a little history about your alma mater. You'll find some fascinating facts. There's a lot of power in this region. I think it helps the creative juices flow around here. Now, before I assign you homework with this lecture, will you please sign the petition to keep our campus from going back to 1984?
Absolutely. I don't mind security, but not pure surveillance.
I knew you were my favorite new student at Blackwell for a good reason.
there's a couple of pictures in this section. I think it's those two. I think this one.
I bet the Blackwell founders would shit cats if they saw today's student body walking around like zombies on their phones. Okay, I better get to my dorm and grab that flash drive.
There it is. Okay, next one is the broken skateboard. If isn't really a broken skateboard, it's a broken skateboarder. Let's go see if we can trigger it.
Yo, Justin.
Check out the Max. Come to thrash?
Oh yeah? Bring it.
What's your first move gonna be?
Jump?
You're such a poser. If you can't even name a simple nose slide or a tray flip, you should walk on.
Hey, y'all remember Tony Hawk Pro Skater? I could totally fake my way through this conversation.
Yo, Justin.
Check out the Max. Come.
I came to nose slide, but I'd love to see somebody do a tray flip.
Oh, sick. You're not a poser.
Nah, I just can't skate worth shit.
Oh, check it. We're gonna destroy some rails for you. What do you want to see?
Go for a tree flip.
Let's get Trevor all over that action. Oh, ow. Ooh.
Now instead of a YouTube fail or fail video, we can just take this humiliating Polaroid of his failure. Alright. Next one is this Coke fanatic squirrel, and I think that's in the next section, but I'll get to the next section and probably in this video. I've been going for about 40 minutes. I'm thinking that I only want to keep these to about 20 to 30. Alright, so we'll call it quits there. Exit to the main menu, and I guess thanks for watching.